Maxwell House Coffee presents Good News of 1940. The makers of Maxwell House Coffee welcome you to another hour of entertainment brought to you each week from Hollywood. And starring Fanny Brice, Lou Holtz, Connie Boswell, Hanley Stafford, Benny Rubin, and Meredith Wilson and his orchestra. Tonight's guests are the stars of the new Paramount picture, The Great Victor Herbert, Allan Jones, Mary Martin, and Walter Connolly. And here is your host for this hour of Good News, Edward Arnold.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Our Good News show tonight is divided into two parts. One part right here in Hollywood and another part all the way across the continent in New York. And our guests tonight are stars of the fine Paramount picture, The Great Victor Herbert, which has been receiving so many grand reviews. And the stars really need no introduction to our regular Good News listeners because they're all old friends. Allan Jones, for instance, was one of the stars of the very first Good News program. Mary Martin was on the program last year. And Walter Connolly, who plays the part of Victor Herbert in the picture, said that we...
Wait a minute, Ed.
What's the matter, Meredith?
You say Mary Martin's going to be on the program tonight?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, jumping jeepers. Mary Martin.
She'll be cut in from New York.
From New York?
Yeah.
And I'm in Hollywood. Well, I guess 1939 just ain't my year.
Oh, now cheer up, old fella. Look at it this way. If you could talk to Mary on the telephone, you'd feel pretty good, wouldn't you?
Well, sure, but who can afford to make a call to New York and in the daytime at that? I generally wait till 8 o'clock to call Redondo Beach.
Well, wait a minute. Just keep your shirt on.
Okay.
Mary Martin is in New York with Allan Jones and Walter Connolly. But you'll be able to hear her speak to you just as if she was in the studio here.
She'll speak to me personally?
Oh, I'm sure she will.
Personally. Well, I suppose Mrs. Wilson will hear what she says, but what the heck do I care? Put her on, Ed.
All right. Spoken like a true man of the world, Meredith. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just to prove this is on the level, we switch you to New York, where you will first hear the voice of Allan Jones.
Thank you, Eddie. We all send our cordial greetings to our friends in Hollywood and to all the listeners of the Good News program. Of course, Mary Martin and I are old alumni or something of the Good News show, so we are getting kind of a special kick out of this program. But I think Walter Connolly is enjoying it, too.
I certainly am. But you know what I keep wondering, Allan?
What's that?
I can't help wondering what old Victor Herbert would think of this fantastic setup. His music being played for people in New York and heard by people all over the world simultaneously.
There was certainly nothing like it in his day, and I wonder what he would think if he could see our picture and see you waving his baton, Walter.
Or if he could hear you singing his music.
We better let it go. Mary, would you like to say a few words to the radio audience?
Well, I'm getting a terrific kick out of being here, the preview and all.
You sound like you were standing in the forecourt of Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
I've never stood there except in the ticket line.
You will, dear. Now I think it's time for you to say something nice and personal to Meredith Wilson, who's waiting on Hollywood. All right, Meredith, here it comes.
Meredith, I send my affectionate greetings to you and to Mrs. Wilson.
Well, I'll be hong-diddled.
Well, never mind that, Meredith. Now I want you to start us off with a medley of songs in honor of New York. Songs that will recall the gay Broadway days of Victor Herbert. Warren Hull may do a little singing if he doesn't change his mind. All right.
Come on downtown, come on with me. Come on downtown, we'll have a jubilee. Herald Square, I've been there, but it's not for mine. Come on downtown and I'll show you a grand old time. Way downtown, to go on the way downtown. There you see ladies with hair nicely curled, just like the dames in the journals and boys. That's the place to be when the sun goes smiling bright eyes and some sociable guises away downtown. Walk me around again, Willie, around, around, around. The music is dreamy, it's peaches and creamy. Oh, don't let my feet touch the ground. I feel like a ship on an ocean of joy. I just want to holler out loud, ship ahoy. Oh, walk me around again, Willie. old New York, in old New York, the peach crops always fine. They're sweet and fair, and on the square, the maids of Manhattan or mine. You cannot see in Italy, in London,